Have you ever wondered if the year you were born has a deeper meaning? Well, it just might. Today, we're diving into something fascinating: what the last digit of your birth year says about your past life, according to Buddhist teachings. In Buddhism, everything is connected: time, space, and energy, all linked in a mysterious and beautiful dance. So what if your birth year holds secrets not just about your personality, but also your past lives? Stick around, because today we're going to uncover what your last birth year digit can reveal about your soul's journey. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll look at that little number in a whole new way. Before we begin, remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you love exploring the mysteries of life and the wisdom of the past. Your support helps us keep these enlightening discussions going. All right, let's jump into the meanings of each last digit, from 0 to 9. Take note of the number your birth year ends in, and let's see what it reveals about the journey your soul may have taken. If the last digit of your birth year is 0, your past life was all about completion. You were likely a teacher, a healer, or someone who was at the end of a long cycle of learning. You carried with you the wisdom of countless lives and shared it with those around you. In this lifetime, you may feel a strong sense of responsibility to help others. You might have a natural talent for giving advice, being a listener, or being the person people turn to when they need comfort. It's because, in your past life, you were a guide, a light for others who were lost. Have you ever felt like you've been here before? Or that you have this strange wisdom even without knowing where it came from? It's because you've gathered that wisdom over many lifetimes. You're a soul that has known many endings, but also many beautiful beginnings. If your birth year ends in 1, your past life was about adventure and exploration. You were a traveller, maybe even an explorer of new lands. In that life, you were brave, you sought the unknown, and you were always in search of something more. In this life, you might feel restless at times, like there's always something calling you, somewhere else to be, something else to do. Maybe you love to travel, or you get bored easily and crave new experiences. That's because your soul is familiar with movement and change. You're meant to keep exploring, maybe not new lands this time, but new ideas, new relationships, and new ways of seeing the world. You have a sense of freedom in you, a desire to break boundaries and explore. Embrace it. Your past life was full of bold choices, and this lifetime is another chance to let your adventurous spirit soar. If your last digit is 2, your past life was focused on relationships and partnerships. You were someone's confidant, perhaps a best friend, a sibling, or a partner who offered deep emotional support. You have a gift for connecting with others in this life. You naturally understand people, and you can easily feel what they're going through. In your past life, you were the one who stayed beside people during their hardest times. You probably learned how to love unconditionally, and that's why, in this lifetime, you have such a big, beautiful heart. Maybe you sometimes feel like you care too much, or people tell you that you're too sensitive, but that's because your soul has learned how to love deeply and sincerely. In this life, you're here to teach others how to build meaningful connections. If your birth year ends in 3, your past life was all about creativity. You may have been an artist, a musician, a writer, or someone who used their imagination to bring beauty into the world. In this life, you probably feel drawn to artistic expression. whether it's painting, writing, dancing, or even just dreaming up big ideas. You may have been someone who entertained others or brought joy through creative pursuits. Your soul remembers the freedom of expression, and now you're here to inspire others again. If you've ever felt the urge to create something out of nothing, or if you find yourself daydreaming a lot, it's because your soul has always found solace in creativity. Don't hold back. Let yourself be the creative spirit that you are meant to be. For those born in a year ending in 4, your past life was about stability and hard work. You were likely someone who built something solid, perhaps a farmer, a builder, or someone deeply connected to the earth and community. In this lifetime, you might find yourself naturally drawn to creating a strong foundation, whether it's for yourself or for others. You value security, and you're not afraid of putting in the effort to make things work. This comes from a past life spent building not just physical things, but also relationships and communities. Sometimes you might feel the weight of responsibility or the need to make everything perfect. It's because your soul knows the value of hard work and dedication. But remember, it's okay to let go sometimes. You've already built so much. This lifetime can also be about enjoying what you've created. If your birth year ends in 5, your past life was about freedom and change. You were someone who challenged norms, broke rules, and lived life on your own terms. You may have been a revolutionary, a wanderer, or someone who lived in a way that was considered different or even rebellious. In this life, you might feel like you don't fit into a box, and that's because you're not meant to. Your soul remembers what it means to be truly free, and that's why you crave independence and new experiences. Maybe you struggle with routines or get bored with the ordinary. That's because your spirit is wired for adventure. Remember, it's okay to be different. You're here to show others that there is more to life than just following the rules. Embrace your uniqueness. Your past life energy is what makes you shine. If your birth year ends in 6, your past life was deeply connected to family and caregiving. You may have been a healer, a parent, or someone who took care of others in times of need. Your soul knows what it means to nurture and protect. In this life, you might feel a strong sense of duty to those you love. You naturally want to take care of people, and maybe you even put others' needs before your own. It's because, in your past life, you learned the beauty of selfless love and devotion. But remember, it's important to take care of yourself, too. Your heart is big, and you have so much love to give. Just don't forget that your own well-being is just as important as everyone else's. If your birth year ends in 7, your past life was focused on spirituality and wisdom. You may have been a monk, a philosopher, or someone who spent a lot of time seeking the deeper truths of life. In this lifetime, you probably feel drawn to the mysterious side of things. Maybe you're fascinated by the universe, or you have an insatiable curiosity about life's big questions. You've always felt that there's more to life than what we see on the surface, and that's because your soul remembers its spiritual journey. Sometimes you might feel like an outsider, or like you don't quite belong in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. That's okay. Your soul is wise beyond its years, and you're here to help others see beyond the material world. Your journey is to balance the spiritual and the physical, finding meaning in every little thing. If the last digit of your birth year is 8, your past life was about power and leadership. You may have been a ruler, a business person, or someone who held a lot of influence in your community. You learned how to take charge, make decisions, and lead others. In this life, you may feel a natural inclination towards leadership. You like to take control, you have a strong will, and you're not afraid to work hard to achieve your goals. Your soul is familiar with the responsibilities that come with power, and that's why you often find yourself in positions where people look up to you. Sometimes, though, you might struggle with the pressure of always having to be strong. Remember, it's okay to show vulnerability too. True power comes from being authentic, and that's the lesson your soul is learning this time around. Finally, if your birth year ends in 9, your past life was about compassion and service. You may have been a healer, a volunteer, or someone who dedicated their life to helping others in need. Your soul learned what it means to put others before yourself, and to truly care for the well-being of humanity. In this life, you might feel a deep sense of empathy. You can't help but feel the pain of others, and you're drawn to helping in any way you can. Sometimes this can feel overwhelming, like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. But know this, your compassion is a gift. Your soul is here to remind others of the importance of kindness and love. You are here to make the world a better place, one act of kindness at a time. So, what does your birth year say about your past life? Each of these numbers carries a story that's still unfolding in this lifetime. Whether you were a healer, an explorer, a builder, or an artist, your past lives have shaped who you are today. They've given you strengths, challenges, and unique qualities that make you you. Remember, the beauty of life is that we're all on our own journey, learning, growing, and discovering who we truly are. Your past life is a part of your story, but what you do in this life, right now, is what matters most. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. I hope this video helped you see yourself in a new light. If you found it insightful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might also be curious about their past lives. And of course, hit that subscribe button if you want to keep exploring the mysteries of life together. Until next time, take care, be kind to yourself, and remember, your soul's journey is beautiful.